Hey guys, welcome to another sketch session. Tonight's sketch is going to be a sketch requested by my trainer from my gym. So it's going to be representing how both myself and my partner felt during the boot camp. So it'll be more of a personal comedy drawing, no fan art tonight. And for a little background music, let's see what I can find. Let's see what I can find. I think I'm going to put the same one as yesterday. It's nice and like subtle enough to have in the background. If you guys like the music, I usually post a link at the bottom just so if you do like it and you want to check it out or know which one, it'll be there. All right. Let's start. Hopefully I am in better sketching mojo than yesterday. Yesterday I just couldn't seem to get the right thing that I wanted, that I was envisioning. So, and it happens sometimes, you know, artists go through a thing called artist block. What my teachers used to say is for every one good drawing, you have to draw 10,000 horrible drawings, and sometimes it just happens. So so yesterday was not one of my better days, unfortunately. Oh, no, it's not the one I want. Go back. So, I forgot to ask, but how was everybody's holidays? For myself, it was a very both relaxing and hectic holiday because I had to run all over the place and see some old friends because I went back to my hometown. Yeah, like most days I was either going to see somebody or going shopping and going to the gym and going to see family and friends. And I think there was only, out of the 11 days I was there that I was off, I think there was only one day or 2 days where I got to sit on the couch and do nothing. Yeah, so that's a thing. Let's see if this works. Oh, there it is. And I ended up not even doing that much for New Year's Eve because I was so exhausted from the rest. And on top of that, I was flying out the next day. Not super early, but early enough that I had to get up early and finish packing. And packing after Christmas is quite difficult because not only do you have a weight limit on your luggage, but your luggage has a limited amount of space, which can be a problem. So it was a very interesting experience. Though I do this every year. It just happens. Yeah. Okay. But a funny story is, when I left my home here, I had more stuff. I had everybody's presents. I had about I think 15 boxes of cookies I had made here to bring back to my hometown, and that took up more space than my actual clothes. But coming back, I had a trouble packing just my clothes, which to me didn't make sense because I should have had less stuff than when I got there. But oh well, I ended up, cramming so much stuff in my suitcase. And then I took a cheaper flight, which doesn't allow you a carry-on, which is fine. I was like, well, I have to check my luggage anyways. What's going on? I had to check my luggage anyways, which is like $36 to check a luggage, which is expensive. Which it was a little annoying with the no carry-on, but you're allowed a purse or like a personal item, which can be a bag or a laptop. But like it was, especially with the going back, it was a struggle just to pack my stuff. Too big. It was honestly a huge. I spent like 4 hours trying to pack, unpack, repack. So it was very, very, very interesting. Here. Yeah, we're gonna do the line of action. I'm gonna put your pelvis. I think I want it more extreme. I try always when I sketch my own stuff, I always try to go as exaggerated as I can do because I tend to stop myself from doing some very exaggerated poses, which in animation is very important. Not to go too extreme, but not to be super stiff and it looks really lifeless. We're gonna do some little stick figure fingers. I'm gonna do some of that. It's just terrible legs. Some of that. Anyway, back to flying. Though this particular airline is the first time doing this cheaper flight, and what comes with the cut of cost is one, the no carry-on, which is fine for me because I had to check my luggage anyway, but two, usually you're allowed to, when you pre-check-in the 24 hours beforehand, you're allowed to email yourself your ticket so you don't have to go to the desk. Well, this one, for the cheaper flight, you're not allowed to carry on, and you have to go to the front desk to get your ticket printed. And I just don't understand why it's set up like that. It's very odd. It costs the company more to have it set up like that because they have to pay for the ticket stubs, basically, to have them printed, and to have a desk person there to, help customer service. Again, for me, in the end, it didn't matter because I had to bring in my luggage anyways, the checked luggage, to the front desk to drop it off. But I just found it very odd for that to be cut because for them, it doesn't really cost them anything other than the maintenance of, the website. But you still are allowed to check in 24 hours ahead. It didn't really make any sense. But again, I think it's new to them, so they might end up changing it. I might email the company just to be like, hey, don't really understand why this has been cut out. It seems very useless to cut it out, and it causes more panic than anything. Do the face. Fire. If you can't guess, it was leg day today. I'm wondering, do I want to make my legs melting? Because that's how it felt. Yeah, so anyways, but then these airports, again, I don't know if it's a budget thing. I don't know if it's how it was set up or if they ended up calculating the wrong numbers. But during the holiday seasons in my area, it's always just apocalypse level insanity with people. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. And when I got to the airport, half of the desks were open and only half of the security lines were open. So ended up backing up all the way down the hallway. It was crazy. I just don't understand it. Luckily, I made the decision to get there an hour and a half earlier, even though it's only a 45-minute flight. And I ended up skipping the whole crowd, but looking back, it was like, oh my God, people are going to be in line for an hour to get through security. And then it was just funny because I just didn't understand, because every year is the same way. Again, but I could technically say this is a first world problem. Not a big deal. Who cares? I ended up getting to my destination fine. But speaking of airports, this is very funny because I don't know if anybody else knows it. I know it's been made a joke quite a bit, but it's always funny to see people bring on these carry-on luggage. And the plane that I usually take is very, very, very small. Like, you have to bend down to get through the door for people who are above 5 foot because the door is very low. And it's just very funny because you see people bring in these luggage that are stuffed to the brim and then trying to stuff them in the overhead compartments when they clearly don't fit. And then it almost feels like they're going to end up breaking the compartment with everybody else's luggage. And so I just find it very funny because I heard somebody make a joke about how the reason why we teach kids how to, what shape fits in what hole is so for moments like this where if you have a big luggage, it won't fit in this little compartment. The shape doesn't fit in the hole. So I just find it very funny whenever I watch that. I always try to get into the airplane one of the first people so I have time to settle down and lay down and like get myself all settled in, just because I found it very just so funny. Just so funny. Just watching people trying to stuff their luggage in this compartment. But again, first world problem. I don't care. I got to that destination pretty fast. 45 minutes up and down. Like, you have time to have one drink, chug it as fast as you can, and then they come around to pick up your garbage. They give you, so the airline that I take, usually they give you a free drink and a free snack, which usually consists of either cookies, almonds, or chips, veggie chips. And by the time you open up the package, the pilot usually announces, we'll be making our descent to specific area in about 15 minutes. Your crew will be coming around to pick up any loose garbage. And I'm just there going, I haven't even opened up my water bottle yet. Chug! So it's pretty funny. I always laugh. And then trying to get out of the airport is also a huge entertainment factor. Is when as soon as the seatbelt light is off, when we're landed and parked and stuff, the door's not even open yet, and as soon as the light turns off, all you hear is click, 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 and everybody stands up in the hallway, but there's no room for everybody. Everybody's just crammed in the small hallway. Instead of, waiting for the door to open, people on the outer edges walk out in the hallway, get their luggage. Instead, it's like, let's see how fast we can get in the hallway and stand. I'm standing. So, yeah, that's usually my flight experience. Coming back is also very interesting because where I fly to, it lands on an island. And usually the wind turbulence is absolutely crazy. Sometimes the plane will land kind of on a diagonal angle, so it's quite terrifying when you're landing on an angle and then you hear the dunk of the wheels because both sides don't hit at the same time. yeah. So, how were your holidays? What kind of presents did you get? Anything special? Anything you are really excited about? I got myself weightlifting gloves because my trainer is making me heavy lift now, and it's wrecking my hands. And as an artist, I kind of need my hands to stay intact. So my family ended up getting me lifting gloves, which I'm so happy they got me that, because I ended up doing boot camp today, and my hands are not all red and in blisters. So that's really nice. Also, they got me a super extreme super blender, and I'm so excited to get it and use it. I'm a person who loves baking, and I can't wait to make scones and smoothies and soups and all the other foods. I'm so excited. All of the food, start 2019 healthy, mostly, an occasional cookie or two. But we'll keep that between the two of us. Just a sec. Just want to edit. But anyways. Sorry about that. Ooh. To any other artists that are drawing characters, do you ever catch yourself making, or at least attempting to making, the facial expression of your character? I always tend to do that. I should really put a camera just filming myself doing these facial expressions. Sometimes I'll even start, like, if it's a screaming face, I'll end up screaming. I don't like that facial. I'll start screaming, or like if it's a crying face, I'll start like crying, maybe. Who knows? Get really into character. Oh my god. Hey Robin, how's it going? Do you like the microphone? I'm enjoying the microphone a lot, to be fair. I'm so happy I ended up buying it. It was such a good deal. Yay! I get to talk to people, not just type. Because the typing was fun, in a way. Exactly. Yes, it's the snowball. I ended up getting it for $50 on Boxing Day, which I was debating between the Yeti and the snowball. And I'm happy that I went with the snowball because I actually really like the sound. The Yeti was good. I seriously considered it, but it was also $100. So I got to save some money for some Starbucks, extra coffee. Always the Starbucks. Fire. Drawing all the fire. I'm sorry I missed your stream today. Things at work are very, very, very hectic right now, and we're starting on another show, and it's just absolutely crazy right now. So, yeah, no, I actually really like streaming. It's a lot of fun, especially when I'm drawing, and it's just me in my apartment. So, having other people to talk to is quite nice. That's okay. You know, it's a great, in a way, great background noise, especially when I hear you end up jump scaring. It's pretty funny. And then I get all the looks from other coworkers. I don't know how many looks I get from my supervisor when I almost burst out laughing. So, always how our tables are set up in rows now. And she's not too far from me. And whenever I look up, I'll see her doing that eagle eye, like, above her computer look. Like this look, kind of. Kind of that look, what are you doing? How were your holidays, Robin? Anything crazy, or did you just chill with the bunnies? That's good. You know what? A quiet vacation's always nice. Mine were so hectic. But it's always like that when I go back home. Trying to see 20 people in a span of a week is always interesting. Did he tell you about the snowstorm? We ended up, on New Year's Eve, we ended up getting 15 centimeters of snow the first third of the night, and then we ended up getting hail another third, and then the last part of New Year's Eve was just freezing rain. So I ended up wondering if my flight was going to be canceled because of just this terrible, terrible weather. But nope. Yeah, I brought back the snow. Oof. It went from 2 degrees when I got back, and then -10 yesterday, and then -1 today, but super snow. So, you're welcome. Hey. I have to get some use out of my snow coat somewhere. Winter coats for everybody. It's funny because I'm still biking now, even with the snow. And I was biking to work this morning, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "You know, you're ruining your coat," because my coat's white. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know, it's fine. It's gonna get dirty anyways. It's white." Who cares? I'll wash it. No big deal. So, did you get anything very interesting for Christmas? I do have a bit of music. I can put it a bit louder, but I'm afraid that it's gonna like catch it in the mic. So you let me know. Ooh, so fancy. I want some creme brulee. Maybe I'll get that this weekend. Or maybe I'll try to make it. I don't know. We'll see. I heard there's this recipe that you don't need the torch, the baking torch, and you can use the oven to kind of like caramelize the sugar. So I might try that out this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh. My brother's coming to town this weekend to bring, I was saying my blender. I got a blender for Christmas because my other one's dying. And he's coming to town, so maybe I'll make some creme brulee for them. No, not so this is copyright-free music, and it just asked to put like a link in your description to say where it comes from, so that's what I did. It's just when I was looking at the sound, you know, the sound bars at the bottom, it shows that it's reading on my mic. I don't know, can you hear the music? Oh wait, did I put it? That's why I didn't put the audio for the desktop back. Can you hear it now? Come on. Come on, sketch. You want to see some terrible sketches I did yesterday? Because I was... No, I'm not wearing headphones just because I don't have headphones yet. That's the next thing I need to buy. My other headphones, they broke on the way here back to Toronto, so unfortunately right now I'm headphoneless. So somebody while rushing through the airport got caught on my cord and basically ripped the cord out of my headphones. So yeah, I'm without headphones, but I did get some wireless ones for Christmas too for like the gym, but they don't work with my computer. Just add it to the list of stuff I need to buy. Eventually I'll have a full setup with lights and cameras. For now, it's just me and my Cintiq. Wait, let's see. But yeah. New things to buy. I feel like now that I'm an adult, there's always something that I need to buy. There's always something breaking while there's new stuff coming in. So there's never any really saving money. It's like, oh, look, my shoes are worn out. Let's go buy new shoes. Okay, paid it off. Oh, look, my sink is broken. Well, we need to figure that out. Rent is due. Woohoo! Kind of those things. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with the face. Let's get the face done. Oh, being an adult is fun. But, you know, it could be worse. I have a lovely apartment. I have a job in my field that I enjoy. I'm thinking of doing the same thing that you did. Maybe not as long as a break, but taking a month off to, you know, take a break from the industry. Just because I'm finding myself a little worn. Coming back here was very difficult. I almost decided to call in a sick day so I can take a break. I was hoping the weather was going to take care of that for me. Ottawa didn't fulfill their promise. Did you watch any cool movies? Did you end up watching the end of Voltron? I saw a clip of the final scene. And I think I'm going to finish it. I think so. From the final scene, it looks interesting. But I was saying in the other stream, I ended up watching Coco for finally with my mom. Ooh, what kind of movies? Let me know. Ooh, eraser is way too big. Nice. Maybe I'll have to check those out. Have you watched Bird Box yet? I've heard it's interesting. I'm not a horror movie kind of person. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Dun, dun. I heard it's more of a suspense type movie, so I may end up watching it. But I'm not a big horror movie, and from the trailer, I don't know if I'll like it. And it's in German. That's fine. I watch enough anime to be able to have the skill of reading subtitles / watching. That's the nice thing about anime training, is that even if a movie or a show is in another language, I don't mind the subtitles because I can read as fast as I can. Because, hey, movies are most well done when they're in their original language. Okay, you know what? Use can be turned off. I spent a good part of my vacation watching My Hero Academia, trying to catch up with everybody. And I made my dad watch it, and he doesn't watch those kind of shows, so most of the time he's just very confused. He asked me, "What's that? Why does he do that?" And he just sits there. He's the guy. My dad's the guy who makes my props, so he's like, "Am I gonna have to make this?" kind of thing. So mostly, I spent my vacation beating him at a game of crib, because this girl can play crib. Not well, though. Woo. There we go. I'm streaming so late. Oh. Yeah, no, I think for now, like, the studio I'm working at is okay. I think I'm gonna stay till like April, save up some money, and then take the month of April off, which would fit well because it'll be right before a convention that I'm getting ready for. So I'll have time to work on a costume and not stay up till 2 in the morning trying to finish glue gunning props together. But it all depends again on money and, where my career is at with this one studio. Who knows? I might end up changing studios. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's kind of a decision on the fly. I don't know. The time when I was in between contracts for 2 months was a lot of fun because it was right before the Pan Am Games, and I got to spend that whole month just sitting at a Starbucks and talking to the athletes. And because the staff at that specific Starbucks knew me already, they didn't mind that I just sat there for 8 hours and sketched. Half the time they'd come and ask me what was I sketching. Probably gonna be a shorter stream. I usually do 2-hour streams, but I think today is gonna be shorter just because I'm slowly getting back into the groove. Look at these were yesterday's terrible sketches. I was doing this. I was trying to design a keychain for this character, and it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted to. So instead, I made thumbnails for posters that I'd like to do, even though this one doesn't really show you what it's gonna look like. So I was like, oh well, I can do a 3-person poster for this show, and then there's this one with the background, and then there's this one with like 20 characters. So I don't know what I'm gonna draw. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking maybe for Fridays I'm gonna do like a fan art Friday, and I'll make it a month-long project. So do these posters the entire month, so I just have to schedule which month for which one. But we'll see. I don't know. As you know, I just started, so I haven't made my decision on what each day is gonna be. Yeah, there it is. There we go. I'm thinking Mondays will be my art Mondays. I don't know. Wednesdays will be whatever Wednesdays, whatever I think of, and then Fridays would be fan art Fridays. So if you have any shows that you like to see a poster, please give me a suggestion because I'm out of ideas. I can't decide. I keep changing my mind every day. There we go. Oh, have you made any... I know it's stupid, not a lot of people don't do this anymore, but have you made any resolutions or goals for 2019? I kind of made general goals because it's just to kind of keep what I want to do in focus instead of trying to come up with, being distracted and end up doing 50 things at the same time. So I'm doing one where it's like, I want to write a story, so I'm going to write a short story and maybe turn that into a comic. I don't know. I want to open up my Etsy store. Still get healthy. Save money kind of thing. I don't like that line. I will say doing these streams has been great because I'm able to have an excuse to draw every single day, even though I was doing that beforehand. But it gives me an excuse to draw every day because there's almost like a commitment to do it. So that's the nice thing about it. Gives me more time to practice. Go to the sketch and we'll just move these fingers to here. That there. Anyways. I definitely haven't really decided on what direction I really want to take this channel. I think I definitely want to do a sketch because that's my main thing. But my coworker and I were thinking of doing a podcast, kind of like this already, but without the video. A podcast about talking about the industry, the good, bads, and the good parts, like both of them. And to talk about experiences and, you know, how we got into the industry. Maybe talk about, like, the industry, the films that we're seeing, and predictions. So I'm not quite sure what direction we're going to go, but I have to wait for her to come back from, I think it's Beirut from Lebanon. So she's there for like 3 weeks. So I have to wait for that until we can start that. That'll give me time to work on my cosplay, because that needs to be started now, even though it's like 6 months ahead, which is fine. Man, why are hands so hard to draw? Don't get it. I do not get it. Oh, hand, why art thou so hard to draw? There are just 5 fingers. Zoom in a little closer because Nicole's struggling. Nicole's struggling to draw. Oh, I have a very funny Staples story. For Christmas time, you know, I usually make my Christmas cards, and then I get them printed at Staples because then I don't have to worry about bringing them along or packing them. And I went to get them printed the Sunday before I left. And so I bike to Staples and I say, hey, I want to get these Christmas cards printed. The guy said, we can do it, but we can only make it a 1-panel, non-folded Christmas card. So basically it would look like this. So this would be the front. And I'd have my face. Ha. And then on the back, which is, it's not folded, so it's just this, there'd be nothing. So I asked him, well, I have it formatted for an 8.5 by 11 page, like a regular printer page. Could I get it, you know, I have it, this part as the card, and this is just blank. Can I just have this printed on an 8.5 by 11 page? Not folded, I'll take care of the folding. And he just said no. Because he would have to, there'd be a week wait, first of all. And he said he just couldn't do it. It was impossible. Fast forward to me making it to Ottawa. So I go to the Staples there. Asked the guy there. I said, hey, listen, I have a poster needs to be printed, but I also have these Christmas cards. He told me, well, I can do same day, but it's the one panel, non-folded version. I went, well, listen, like, I already have it formatted to an 8.5 by 11 page. It's set up for my printer. I did it at home. I just need it printed on cardstock. It should be pretty simple, right? It's cardstock. You just change the paper. You print out 15 copies. No biggie. Well, the guy was very, very, very nice. Super helpful. Like, thank you, this guy, for being patient, because I didn't make his job easy. I had the poster printed, and I had it on my USB. It was all there, lined up. Like, hey, this is what I need. But the other posters, I had one poster, and I had my Christmas card. And then I had another poster that was meant to be printed too. Well, I guess when I saved it here back home, I saved it as a JPEG on my desktop, not my USB key. And so all I had on my USB key was the PSD, which is the Photoshop file. Well, it turns out this PSD is 1.3 gigabytes. It's a huge file. It has, like, I think 130 layers of shading to it. And the guys, well, listen, you know, I can compress it into a PDF. Which I was like, okay, if you can do that, that'd be great. No biggie. So he goes to, he takes the PSD, goes to compress it into the PDF. And then this huge weight bar, the spinning wheel of doom, pops up. And the guy, the compressing of the file was, it said a 15-minute wait. I was just going, oh my god, I am being one of those customers that takes up all the time, is making other people wait. Oh dear. And the guy said, you know what? It's not a big deal. I see you're a fan of Fate from your poster. I don't mind waiting. But then it froze his computer. Ended up freezing his computer because the file was so big. It was quite embarrassing, but it was fine. We finally get it. So he's like, you know what, listen, go walk around the store, come back once you're done looking around, because I had other stuff to go look at, and we'll see when it's compressed. Well, I walked the whole store all the way down the aisles, back again, walking down, and then it was finally ready. And what do we get? Well, we get the poster in pretty good quality with, was it Uraraka and then Deku right there with all the pretty clouds, all the clouds and the moon. What else do we have? Well, the text box I used for the streams, all in bright orange, right in the middle. So I made that guy do all that work for nothing. I just told him, listen, I'll be back tomorrow to get it printed because I can't have this text box for there. And thankfully he was there the next day because I felt so bad. And he did a great job too. The copies looked fantastic. They looked very professional, so that made me really happy. And for like 15 copies of the Christmas cards and a copy of the poster, two copies of the poster, it cost me like $10, which I find a little ridiculous how cheap it is. Like I printed out 3 cards here, and the ink cost me $45, and I only got 3 cards out of it. Lesson learned: order your cards ahead of time so you can bring them to Ottawa. Don't wait till a week before, so you cause all this hassle. Because, geez Louise, was it ever a panic? But then, to top off the story, I go back to order the second poster to pick up the other ones. And, you know, you think, oh, it's just one poster. They can easily print it there, which I've had done before. But then the guy says it'll be a day and a half wait. And I'm just going, really? Like, it's one poster. He's like, the earliest I can do is Christmas Eve, and we close at noon. So if you can get it then, no biggie. So that was a thing. And I ended up forgetting to pick it up. Yep. Christmas Eve, stuff happened, and I ended up forgetting to pick it up. So, cue Boxing Day, run to Staples, pick up. The poster was still there. It was all good. Got it. Looked great. And we were all good. It was given. The person that got it was very happy. So, that's all that matters. Is that the person who gets it is happy with it. Again, lesson learned. Check your files that are saved properly. Because don't end in panic. Okay, so we got the hands. We just need, I think, the feet. Yeah, I just need the feet. Turn this off. Gonna fix that line. I don't like how it looks. Yeah, if you guys couldn't guess now, it was pretty brutal today. Coming back after 2 weeks of eating delicious holiday food, just all of the extravagance, and going back to exercise is very challenging. I love my trainer, but my God, when she says every day is leg day, it's every day is leg day. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna rotate this. B. When you're writing, always spell check. For some reason, this one particular word is always a struggle for me. That's what it is. Okay. Is it marshmallow or marshmallow? I think it's marshmallow. And I think I'm going to do this. Toasty marshmallow. I am a toasty marshmallow. That's what I always say during my workouts, the parts that are extremely excruciating. I am a toasty marshmallow, extra toasted. Fear me. The other thing I say is that I want to be a potato on my couch every day. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate with that. Everybody wants to be a couch potato. But if everybody was a couch potato, nothing would get done. Yeah. Ooh. No, that's not what I want to do. Between the program that we use at our studio to this program, flipping between each hotkey is very confusing sometimes. Okay, we're gonna add some fire! Fire, fire, fire! All up the fire! Okay, what did I draw for the sketch? All of the fire. Just gonna do that. I think I'm gonna drop the flow, drop the opacity. I'm just gonna do this. Come on, get. I've been in a weird, cheesy kind of show mood. I think it's because my friend, and when I went back for her birthday, we did SingStar, and there was some Disney TV shows songs that were on there. One of them being Hannah Montana and High School Musical, like all of just the biggest, cheesiest show that, you know, weren't the best, but hey, they have a special place in my heart. gonna choose a lighter color. And I'll try to figure this out. It's going to take a bit. So, I'm just going to put the music back up for a minute while I try to figure this out. Cheers. So if I see anybody chat again, I'll come back with the mic. Hey guys, so this is the final product. I'm calling it I Am a Toasty Marshmallow. Because honestly, that's how I felt today, going through that. It was incredibly painful, but necessity for living. Exercise is important. Which is fine. I don't care. I think I'm going to end the stream here just a little early because I'm very tired and I would like to go to bed a little earlier tonight. So, Friday, I will be working on stickers. If you guys are interested, please come back on Friday around 7. I will be here. If you guys like the videos and want to continue chatting about movies and animation and anime and other ridiculous stuff, or if you'd like to hear some more of my absolute insane stories, subscribe, come back, and join me. It's been amazing chatting to you guys, and you always make it interesting when I'm sketching, so thank you. Bye bye.